Hello and welcome to Keyway Design. In this video, we're going to actually discuss the most common keys used for keyways. You can see there's 4 styles here, but there's actually only 3. One's just a small variant, which is the blue one here. So the first one you can see is actually the same one from the first video, which is a square keyway. The second one you can see is a rectangular one, so it has a height that's shortened. And then the Woodruff keys are using a radius. And then the variant is just having a flat. And this is just, again, something that's preferential. Typically, I would, in the real world, you're normally going to have the rounded version. But for 3D printing, you have multiple options. So let's take a look at what a square keyway is and some of its benefits. So here you can see the square keyway from the previous video. We're not going to go too much into detail of that, but essentially, this is just the most common used style of keyways, and again it just fits in there. And you'll notice that this one has a lot of material that's going to be cut away from both the shaft and the portion it fits into. So if you are tighter on space, that's where the rectangular keyway comes into place. So let's take a gander at what that one looks like and take a side-by-side comparison. So here you can see that it's a very similar idea for setup. The keyways look almost identical outside of the height. So if we put this together, you'll see that it fits in exactly the same, but your height is increasingly smaller. So you can see here that it's cut it by quite a bit. And the benefit for this is if you have a spot that's going to be a tighter fit for this keyway, you need that extra material from the top of the keyway to the top of the shaft or whatever else it's connected to. A rectangular keyway is more ideal. So that's the great thing about having that style. Let's take a look at a Woodruff key, which is a very different style altogether, and go from there. So here you can see the Woodruff key. It is a very unique keyway compared to the other two, and I would recommend this one more for a fun style keyway, something that's not going to be utilized for mechanical operation on a frequent basis. So definitely worth something for a toy or a puzzle box of some sort. So essentially this actually sits tangentially in this groove that's actually in the shaft, and we're going to actually do a quick side view of that just so you can see what that looks like. And what you'll notice is the keyway itself fits tangentially in this spot. So if I actually were to bring it down, it kind of sits on there. But the interesting thing with the keyway is it could actually rotate tangentially on it. So it actually will take some finesse when you're putting this together. Again, why it's so fun to have for, let's say, a puzzle box. And essentially the way that it would work is once it's flush, you can actually see that it'll slide in place and it'll stay in place. So it'll be able to actually actuate something, just not on a constant basis. So I wouldn't use the Woodruff key for a gear that you're going to be spinning all the time. But the nice thing is that when this comes apart, this is easy to take out and essentially have hidden, let's say in a puzzle box, or you can put together on a frequent basis for a toy. And that's what's really nice with Woodruff keys. They are most commonly used for woodworking, but for 3D printing you can definitely utilize them as well. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, this is Tyler with 3D Printer Store, and I hope you have a great day.